hiri hiri te rarawa wa te aputana hoki te raranga yakina. Kanuku nuku kaneke neke. Kanuku nuku kaneke neke. Titiro ki ngā waio wai te mata e hora nei. Me he pipi wharaura takato te pai. Takato te pai. He aha te hau e wawara, e wawara. He tiu he raki, he tiu he raki. Nāna ia mai te puputara ki hi kiota. E tike nā atu au te kōtū koe te pau whakairoka tū ki te waitemata i oku wairangi e. E te hea wā mauri ora. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, ngā mātā waka. Koutou ngā ka nohi ho miro miro i roti te ao rangahau. Nau mai, hara mai, whakatau mai. Nau mai ki tēnei, a waipapa taumatarau, roto i tēnei kura te mātauranga hauora ki te taha o te waikohanga. Nau mai, hara mai i rungi te karanga o enei honanga kia REANNZ, kia Genomics Aotearoa hoki i roti tēnei kaupapa o te rā a hara mai. A whakatau hoki i roti tēnei reo Ngāti Whātua Rāki, e mihi nei, e tangi nei kia tātou katoa, whakatau mai, a whakatau mai, a whakatau mai. Kei ngā tini whakapono wainganui a tātou mihi rui kia koutou katoa i roti te rangi Māori. Huri toki whakaaro ki te kainga tawhitoa po tōtou te whero te tuatahi me tōna mokopuna te ariki nui, nā waihono i te pō, rātou katoa te ka hui ariki manaki nei ia, i ngā wā katoa. Kei ngā tini mate wainganui a tātou, huhua te wā, i roti o mātou manama me o mātou hinengaro hoki, i ngā mate katoa haere, haere, haere atira. Rātou kia rātou, noho ki reira. Mene mai nei kia mātou ngā morohutanga. Tātou kia tātou. Ko tai ki konei, i roti tēnei whare. E mui te mahi. I roti tēnei kaupapa nui. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Ko Michael Steedman, tōku ingoa. No Ngāti Whātua Hau, ko te kaiarataki i roti tēnei waipapa taumatarau. Nōku te honere nui ki te mihi atu ki a koutou katoa hara mai. Kia koe hoki e ko tai i roti te hiku o te ika, tēnā koe i te rangatira. Ki te tuku ngā whakaro ki a tātou, e te tīmatanga o tēnei hui, tēnā koe. Koutou katoa no ngā pito o te ao, no ngā peka o tēnei Aotearoa, mihi nui ki a koutou katoa. Hoi anō, ka huri ahau ki te reo a tōku tupuna, John Manford Steedman, whakamara mai tātou katoa. Good morning, everyone. The last bit, I just said I return back to the language of my ancestor, John Manford Steedman. He arrived here in mid-1800s on the Joseph Fletcher from Fife in Scotland. I say all of these things just in case some of us are related. And then we can have a conversation later about what that might have been like aboard that ship. But anyway, I'm going off track already. Welcome. Welcome to Waipapa Taumatarau. Welcome to Mātauranga Hauora, this faculty of Medical and Health Sciences, and welcome to the kaupapa. Welcome to this particular event, bringing together minds from across the world in this country to consider our new space, and it's a new space every time you get together, I suppose. And one utterance I used in my kōrero, well, the first thing I said was he aha te hau e wawara. Now that's a saying from this region here. It talks about what is that murmuring upon the north wind, and we apply it to visitors every single time. So it was first uttered, we think, around about 1840, and we continue to use that just to acknowledge the arrival of special things or ideas or moments upon the north wind, usually represented in the form of puputara. So metaphorically, we're applying these things to you. Except for this is a 3D printed one, but so we don't want to seem anything to be artificial about our gathering this morning. But we acknowledge the changing nature of our society as well. So with that, one of the applications of that in my kōrero was ka nohi ho miro miro. Now, a ho miro miro is a small bird native to this country and has an eye for detail. And so when you apply this, you're applying that attribute that exists in nature and continues to exist to a particular gathering. So we acknowledge you all as ka nohi ho miro miro, as people that have expertise, that can see things other people don't, that know if it's a hallucination or not. You can see I'm doing some professional development in AI at the moment. But also make decisions about that information for other people to pick up on in the future as well. So with that, ka nawhi tēnā mōku e mihi nui nui kia koutou katoa on behalf of Professor Simon Holdaway here and on behalf of the University of Auckland, Waipapa Taumata Rau. It's my privilege to offer these, and on behalf of my people actually, of Ngāti Whātua Rākei, especially those of you that have travelled from afar, welcome, haramai. Haramai ki Aotearoa, haramai ki Tāmaki Makaurau, haramai ki Tāmaki Here Here Ngā Waka. Nā reira, kei te mihi nui ki a tātou katoa, tēnā koutou, a tēnā tātou katoa. Now, one last custom. For those of you that are unfamiliar with this process and in this country, we sing after we speak. So if you're a keynote speaker, you can sing. You can sing. You don't have to sing, but you can sing. Tēnā koe te rangatira mo tēnā, tā koha nui kia tātou. That was impromptu. So you can see what can happen if the wairua takes you, if the spirit takes you, get up here and have a go. Bueno, it gives me great privilege now to turn to our Simon Holdaway, who's hosting here on behalf of the Vice-Chancellor's Office to continue this welcome this morning. Kia ora, Simon.
Ina mana, ina rau rangatira mā, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora, Michael, for the mihi whakatau. I also want to recognise Ngāti Whātua as holding mana whenua for Waipapa Taumata Rau. It's a pleasure to welcome you to eResearch New Zealand, eRangahau Aotearoa 2026 in Tamaki Makaurau at Waipapa Taumata Rau, the University of Auckland. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor of Research Performance and Reputation and as Chair of the University of Auckland eResearch Governance Group, every day I see how digital capability, data, software and infrastructure shape the quality, integrity and impact of our research. This gathering brings together the ecosystem, researchers, research enablers, technologists, infrastructure partners and policy holders, and I'm delighted that we can host you here at the Faculty of Medical and Health Sciences, the heart of health and biomedical discovery and innovation in Auckland. As delegates will discover over the next 3 days, our conference chair, Professor Mick Black, and his organising committee have done an excellent job preparing for this conference. I want to acknowledge the work of the program committee for a cutting-edge program and an event that is a veritable vortex of how our science system embraces advanced digital technologies. Now more than ever, our eResearch community provides a vital contribution to Aotearoa's science and innovation system, not just by providing access to faster computers, but by changing who can do cutting-edge research, how quickly discoveries are made, and how New Zealand connects into the global science. eResearch Aotearoa is a place for us to present and discuss our collective progress, new tools, methods, and partnerships driving impact. This, of course, is so well illustrated by the integration of the New Zealand eScience infrastructure, NESI and REANNZ, creating a single national eResearch infrastructure and platform hosted by REANNZ. This consolidation reduces fragmentation across the institution and replaces duplicated local investment with shared national capability, allowing researchers anywhere in the country to access world-class digital tools. Building on the ability to access national capability, at Waimpapa Tamataro, we've developed an eResearch strategy. This strategy is dedicated to embedded digital data-intensive and computational approaches as core research capability across the disciplines, enabling world-class research excellence, impact, and global connectivity at scale. At the heart of our eResearch strategy, eResearch is treated not as an IT service, but as a foundational research infrastructure and capability, analogous to the laboratories, field stations, and major instruments within our university. The strategy prioritises how to enable frontier research, integration with national and international research infrastructure, the development of researcher-centric services embedded close to the research communities, and the strategy recognises people, skills, and research software as core areas and aligns with our commitment to responsible, secure, and trusted digital research, particularly Māori data sovereignty. E-research strategies like ours guide institutional investment, and it's important, this is important now more than ever. 2026, as colleagues here will know better than I, is a transformative moment for digital research. We are seeing, for example, rapid advances in AI-ready data and AI-driven research practices across a wide range of disciplines, probably all disciplines, in fact. The convergence of high-performance computing, AI, and data infrastructure into unified platforms rather than separate services, the establishment of trusted research environments and associated data sovereignty and security considerations. The need to monitor energy, of course, is critical. It's so important. It's become the first order design concept in global e-research. Of course, in Aotearoa, all this is happening in the context of a once-in-a-generation structural changes in the science system. And I want to use as an example, which is very relevant to colleagues here, the announcement in September last year by an MBIE of a major national AI investment up to 70 million over 7 years, delivered through the New Zealand Institute for Advanced Technology. There will be many colleagues here today who are involved in the Phase 1 bids and indeed are preparing for the Phase 2 bids for this fund. I really want to acknowledge the effort put into the applications for both phases by all colleagues. This funding will help us build a world-class AI research capability in New Zealand with pathways from research to commercialisation and act as a centre of gravity for AI-aligned national priorities in health, bioeconomy and advanced manufacturing, just to mention a few. I want to put in a plug for Wednesday's panel with a representative of some of those bids who will be discussing national AI collaborations and future directions. This AI funding, as well as the international trends in e-research, really do reinforce this year's conference theme, Are You Ready? But back to our conference, we have a diverse and ambitious program showcasing AI and machine learning, Indigenous data governance, research software engineering, next generation HPC, bioinformatics, digital scholarship futures. Sessions range from AI-driven taxonomies, quantum computing without quantum hardware, inclusive e-research communities, and embedding Te Tiriti partnerships meaningfully. Such a range of topics is a testament to the creativity and expertise within our community, and I encourage you all to explore new topics, meet new colleagues over the coming days. In closing, I want to acknowledge Genomics Aotearoa and REANNZ as co-hosts with the support of MBIE. I also want to acknowledge all the sponsors for this wonderful session. They're on slides that we've seen. You know, we design, we make available and use cutting-edge technologies, but eResearch New Zealand is fundamentally about people. Those building the tools that enable discovery, those navigating the technological change, those ensuring an inclusive and ethical research future grounded in Aotearoa's identity. So, to all my eResearch colleagues, I encourage you to be curious, share challenges openly, form new partnerships, push thinking and innovation, celebrate being a community who are shaping what research can and should become. On behalf of the University of Auckland, no mai haere mai, thank you again to our organisers, partners, sponsors, speakers, and each of you for the expertise that you bring. I wish you a stimulating and productive eRangahau Aotearoa. Ngā mihi nui.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko ingarangi te whakapakaparanga mai, ingai ko wakatū, te whenua tupu, ko otipoti, te kainga, ko mikpilak taku ingoa. Ko tēnei taku mihi ki Ngāti Whātua, Aotearohine, ka mihi hoki au ki ngā tohu Aotearohine, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora, I'm Mick. Some of you will remember me from past eResearch conferences, some of you may not. I am a professor based in the Department of Biochemistry at the University of Otago. It is my great pleasure to be the chair of the program committee and the organising committee and co-chair of Genomics Aotearoa for this year's conference. I'd like to start by thanking Simon for a wonderful welcome from our host, the University of Auckland. I thank Michael, who snuck off before we could thank properly. I'd like to acknowledge Ngāti Whātua as mana whenua here, and in my mihi I just acknowledge the landmarks and taonga places of this region. I am a mixture of digital and analogue today, so this is going to be interesting. I was mainly analogue at the start. All right. Also slightly out of order. Right, I get housekeeping. Right, so first off, welcome along. It is always fantastic to be able to get in here. It's not always fantastic to be standing here because it's really nerve-wracking. But being able to be here for that first half an hour when everyone arrives and seeing the whole community coming together again, it makes the hecticness of the last few weeks and months definitely worth it. So thank you for all coming. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for supporting the meeting. Thank you for submitting your talks. It's wonderful to have you all here and see you all again. So, housekeeping. Right, what have I got? Bathrooms, emergency exits and assembly points. So, my instructions say, where are we? So, see our registration team out here in the foyer for any first aid, fire and emergency evacuations. Our meeting point is the Auckland Domain or the Auckland Hospital, so follow the staff if we have an emergency. Bathrooms are located to the left of the lecture theatre. That's that way for me, I assume it's that way. Oh, yeah, wait. Don't leave it to the last minute. You'll figure it out. All right. Just a few extra things on, this is on my analogue run sheet. So with the talks, we're recording the talks. If there are any aspects of your talk that you, so these go on YouTube in a while. If there are any aspects of your talk that you don't want recorded, please let the technician know and we'll make sure that doesn't get recorded, that talk won't get recorded. So if there are any commercially sensitive or anything like that, components of your talk, feel free to let the technician know. We'll have a photographer circulating, taking wonderful publicity photos for us. If you don't want to be photographed, just let the registration desk staff know and we'll make sure that you're not photographed. Or if you are photographed, we'll make sure that you don't appear in any of the publicity stuff. What else? All right. I'll get to that in a second. We've got sponsors. So Simon acknowledged our sponsors. We couldn't do this without our sponsors. So I would like to go through, I'd like to thank our gold sponsors, so Digital Science and Research Solutions Limited, Xenon, NVIDIA and Sempre. Thank you very much for your gold sponsorship. Our silver sponsors, CDC, ASI, Do It Now and Team IM. fantastic to have you on board. Our bronze sponsors, DDN and Nokia, also fantastic to have you on board. And everyone's favourite, the coffee cart, thank you Datacom, well played. And just a plug for the breakfast tomorrow, the Women HPC breakfast is sponsored by Gigabyte. So thank you to our sponsors. I do not know if they are all in the room or not. For you guys who are attending, we honestly could not do this without our sponsors. So please get out there, interact with our sponsors, talk to them about what you do. They want to know, otherwise it's really boring for them just standing there the whole time. And they want to tell you how they can help you accelerate your research, make your research more impactful. So make sure you interact with them because it's wonderful to have them there. And like I said, we couldn't do it without them. What else have I got? Right, like thank yous. So, organising and program committees. Somehow, even with me as chair of those two bodies, we have managed to get here, and the people involved in the organising and program committees have been fantastic. So thank you all for your hard work over the last few months. GA, which is us, and REANNZ, thank you for allowing your staff to be involved. Because it does take a fair bit of time, so thank you for making the staff available for helping organise the meeting. That is absolutely invaluable. Thank you, MBIE, for funding us as national platforms to enable our staff to be involved in these things and to enable us to build this wonderful community that we've got. Thank you to our keynote and invited speakers. We'll be meeting some more of those very soon. I have learned something amazing this morning already about the singing abilities of one of our keynotes. So the challenge is laid down to the other keynotes. It's not. It was fantastic. So, just while I'm mentioning sponsors actually, someone who's not here, John Graham from REANNZ, did an amazing job of talking to our sponsors and bringing our sponsors on board. So I would like to thank him in absentia for the incredible work he's done in putting together that sponsorship program. Again, couldn't do it without them. And man, I'm finally already, which is great. And finally, I don't think she's in here, but feel free to thank her when you're on the way past the registration desk. Tessa and the University of Auckland Event Services team have done an incredible job organising this event, putting up with all of our academic craziness, maybe mine. And so I just want to give a huge vote of thanks to the Event Services team, and especially Tessa for all the work that's been put in bringing this event together. With that, it is fantastic to see you all, as I've said. Thank you all for coming along again. I'm looking forward to a really exciting program. Simon went through a lot of the topics we'll be covering and a lot of talks. I think we've got a really good mix this year. So I think you're going to struggle to pick which of those sessions you're going to go to when we've got split streams. Luckily, we'll be recording, so you'll be able to watch them later on YouTube. Right. Unless someone yells from an organising or program committee that I've forgotten something vital, I think it is on to the next very exciting part of our program.